Welcome back to part 2 of our 7th project update video. In part 1, we covered what you can expect for the remainder of the planning process and how to provide your feedback on the draft plan. This video will spend some time walking you through the main components of the draft plan. Chapter 1. At its core, the Alex West process has always been about the people, the diverse mix of residents, communities, and businesses that call Alex West home. As such, the plan begins with an awareness and celebration of the unique community diversity that is Alex West. Additional background and context information articulates the array of issues, needs, and community desires that highlight the urgency and the necessity for the Alex West plan. Chapter 2, Inclusive Growth. To address the urgent housing needs expressed by the community and to ensure that Alex West remains a diverse community in the future years, the Alex West Land Use and Housing Strategy divides the planned area into 3 areas: the Focus Area, Area 2, and Area 3. The strategy is intended to minimize displacement of existing residents by prioritizing new development or redevelopment in the Focus Area, which is generally comprised of parking areas, commercial sites, and through properties with existing redevelopment approvals. The plan requires that development in the Focus Area will provide a minimum of 10% of new residential development over the development base as committed affordable housing, affordable at 60% of the area median income, or the AMI. While significant development is not anticipated in Area 2, future development proposed in this area will be required to provide 10% of additional residential development proposed above the existing zoning as affordable housing and comply with the other plan standards. This chapter provides additional guidance for commercial areas, focused retail, commercial to residential conversions, and other land uses. A key goal of the plan is to ensure that as redevelopment occurs over the life of the plan, Alex West remains an inclusive and diverse community. Chapter 3, Housing. This chapter provides context for Alex West housing affordability needs and challenges, including insight into the various housing tools and strategies within the city's authority. Discussions address housing affordability, but also provides information related to tenant rights and protections, condominium communities, and other housing topics. Chapter 4, Transportation. To support the land use and housing strategy of the plan, this chapter outlines a robust multimodal network to better connect Alex West residents to each other and to other areas of the city. This plan supports all travel modes, prioritizing pedestrian and non-vehicular modes through better connected streets, bicycle networks, and transit improvements. Additional guidance is provided for transportation improvements such as the new Southern Towers Transit Center, Seminary and Beauregard improvements, and improvements at major intersections or major roadways. Chapter 5, Open Space. This chapter outlines measures to improve access and create a connected system of public open spaces across the planned area to meet and support the diverse needs of existing and future residents. This includes guidance on the amount, the size, the location, and typologies of public open spaces envisioned by the plan. Chapter 6, Sustainable and Healthy. Healthy communities are a combination of the natural, physical, and social infrastructure needed to support healthy outcomes and improve residents' quality of life. This chapter discusses the infrastructure, access to community facilities and services, and the environmental recommendations to support the vision of the plan. Chapter 7, Neighborhood Areas. The Neighborhood Areas chapter provides visual illustrations of the various areas where redevelopment will likely occur. Included are the anticipated amounts of development, types of land uses, general locations of open spaces, required streets, bicycle facilities, and other connections for each of the neighborhood areas. Chapter 8, Design Standards. This chapter discusses the importance and the role of design on public space. This chapter addresses design standards that will inform streetscapes, street cross-sections, building form, and design to reinforce and create a sense of place. Chapter 9, Recommendations. This chapter includes the action-oriented plan recommendations to ensure that the requirements of the plan are achieved with implementation. Chapter 10, Implementation. The implementation chapter clearly outlines expectations and who is responsible to provide the anticipated community benefits outlined by the plan. Lastly, the plan is concluded with appendices of supporting materials that expand on information provided in earlier chapters of the plan. Well, that concludes this pre-draft preview of what you can look forward to. As a reminder, the Draft Alex West Small Area Plan and Draft Design Standards will be released in a few days on Tuesday, June 25th at 7 p.m. during an in-person community meeting. We are approaching a major point in this process, and we really couldn't have made it without you. You and your neighbors have informed every phase of this planning process that got us here. If you haven't already, join the WhatsApp group, sign up for e-news, and check back here regularly for more information and updates. See you soon.